Hi folks, let's create our first web page today. Before we create the web page, let's understand what are the things that are required to start the web development. The first thing is a computer. You need a decent computer to start your web development. I am using Mac Mini M2 with a 16 GB RAM. Next is you have to install a browser. There are a lot of browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Safari and Edge. You can use any of these browsers. I personally like Chrome because it's easy for me to debug using Chrome. Next, you need a IDE or a code editor. So the code you type, you can type it even in Notepad++ or in a simple text editor, but it will be a bit difficult. These code editors offers the programmers other extensions and other features which makes the development process a breeze. Use any of this IDE. I personally use Visual Studio Code. So to download Visual Studio Code, you can open a browser and type code.visualstudio.com. So you can go here and click on download. So it will download the code editor. Just install that. Once both are done, we can start the development. So here I am inside the front end directory. So I am creating a, let me create first web. So it is created a first web directory. Now we can navigate to first web. So we are inside the first web. Now to open this in the Visual Studio Code, you can give code dot. So what we have done is we have just created a folder directory and then opened it in the Visual Studio Code. You can see here this is the first web. So this is a empty directory. Here we can add a file. You can click on new file and index.html. So this is Emmet abbreviations. So there are some extensions that are used. So I'll explain about this in the next video. With this Emmet extension, I was able to get all the boilerplate code. So I need not type this line by line always. So the first line is the doc type HTML. So this is not part of the HTML itself. So it just tells the browser that this is an HTML content. So the first tag is the HTML tag. You can see we have a opening tag and the ending tag here. So here we have the HTML opening tag, here we have the ending tag. Between that we have the other content. Similar way we have head here, we have the opening tag head and we have the ending tag. Between that we will have all the head content. Here we have the body opening tag, here end tag. Between that we should put all the contents which will be rendered in the browser. Here you can see what are these lang. So these are attributes. So the HTML, these things are tag and lang is an attribute. Here meta is an tag and charset is an attribute. So this is a tag and this is the attribute. Here we have title. We can change it to hello world. So I've saved it as hello world now. So how to see the changes? So this is the first web. This is the page that I've created. Just open with whichever browser. So I'm giving Chrome. You can see here it opened in the Chrome, but nothing is displayed because we have not written any code yet. We have just given the title. You can see here it's hello world. So instead of that, if you give hello web and you reload, you can see hello web, it's changed. So we have changed the title successfully. Now let's see some basic tags. Let's start with the h1 tag. Let's give hello world. Let's create a paragraph. Let's give some content. Here we can give some content and save it. Now we have given some content like h1, paragraph and div. So these are the tags. Let's go and reload. You can see all the contents are getting rendered now. So what are CSS? We can give style here and so by tag we can style by just using this. let's give blue, then restart. You can see hello world is changed to blue color. This is how you update the styling. Suppose if you do not want div to not get displayed, we can give display none. So I have given the styling in the page level. So there are multiple ways you can give the styling. One is in the inline level. After the div opening tag, we can give the style, or else we can give in the page level, or we can create a separate CSS page and then we can import in this page. There are three ways. We'll see all that one by one. Just now for demonstrating, I have just used it here. So here, even though in the div I have given let's get started, it's not getting displayed in the web page. Why is that? Because in CSS I have given display none for all the divs. How the browser works, how the browser understands that it should not display the div. We can see all these things in the next video.